we have been building this Global Thought Leaders community for cross-pollination of knowledge. What are your thoughts about this initiative?
See, that is the least thing people take it, but this is the great thing you are doing it.
Questions that you are asking are very pertinent questions.
Tell you, Zishan, you're in your own league. They talk about in Virat Kohli. He's yet to meet you. You're the Virat Kohli of this thing.
It's a very useful initiative. A lot of young entrepreneurs and young professionals need to understand this.
It's a very good initiative, Zishan.
I think it's brilliant. I think that, what you guys are doing, you are bringing in thoughts of so many leaders on one platform, right?
It's wonderful.
It's a good initiative, actually. The perspective changes, the horizon changes.
I think it's a very good initiative. I think we need to kind of make sure that we share a lot more.
I think it's an amazing idea. It's always important to understand other people's perspectives, right? We get so involved with what we are doing and the space that we are in, the inward looking lens becomes so thick that we stop listening to outside perspectives and what other things that people might be doing, which might actually add value to the work that you do.
It's a tremendous initiative. I think there is not enough people like you out there who are doing this.
I love it. I think it's a fantastic idea, Zishan. It is. I wish this was there even when I was starting my career or midterm.
Fantastic initiative, and both of you are very enterprising people. Really go-getters and extremely persuasive.
It is not about technology. While I come from technology industry, but I always say that, we can always find an answer with the technology. What we need to look at is what is eventually required in business. If we have understood that better, technology will always be there. If it is not there today, tomorrow it will come. If it doesn't work out today, tomorrow it will work out.
I think that's a fabulous initiative because it provides people the opportunity to listen to other leaders, to be able to go through their success story. They understand what are some of the pitfalls they should avoid. So it's like quickening your learning curve.
I do believe that the learning process is perennial. You can't stop learning at any point of time in your life. If you do, then that is the time where you are going downwards. So you have to do it.
So I think this whole thing about sharing the learnings, having a platform where best practices can be shared, they can be learned, they can be disseminated. And I strongly believe in one concept which I actually learned in Delphi.
Today there are a lot of people who has no opportunities to learn, and especially this kind of a platform. I'm really the first time when I approached you itself, I could get a glimpse of it. I went through that. You guys are doing great things, and I would tell you that if I am of any assistance to you,
you have different perspective. You are just focusing on one perspective, but there are multiple other ways of doing things.
You need to pick up profound lessons from each other's success, each other's failures, and learn from that. So I think it's a very, very good initiative.
I would want to place myself as an aspiring thought leader, and I'm sure there are many of us out there whom you are trying to bring together.
So it is not only about what you're doing for a larger group, it is even we who are called as a guest to your spotlight. I think we discover ourselves, or we go back to our roots and understand our strengths and what has happened. So it is a win-win is what I would say. And everyone has something to give to the others, and it's a collective group. It is like crowdsourcing and in various forms. Here you're crowdsourcing the best of leadership practices, and you are actually cataloging it, or you're creating the library of all this.
In today's world where everything is now remote, one can have the ability to listen to somebody who's actually gone through the pains and rigors and quickly learn.
With both Havel and Zishan at the helm of it, what we can, I at least feel extremely comfortable. I literally, just listen to them and say, okay, let's go ahead and do this. We need these communities, Zishan. While there are many communities out there, And there are many social platforms today that allow us to network, allow us to interact, and allow us to learn. There's never an excess of these.
For me, it's very important to build those relationships and networks. So building networks, collaborating, and creating new things all the time. I think the council tick boxes, all three of my to-do things, right? So really a good initiative.
So it is not the technology that should be the bottleneck. It is mostly our thought process, how much stretching that we can do to our brain in order to think of the newer business model is going to be very, very important going forward.
Believe that you're creating thought leaders from people who've had experiences and learning from their experiences. And I really believe that's something that you're doing really well.
The real thrill is when you cast the net really wide and catch things, which are absorb things. And frankly, I believe in these kind of conversations personally. So if I believe in giving my 100% to the person who's sitting right in front of me, and I always kind of want to give value add to the person. So if I value add, or in reverse, take some learning from the other person.
Okay, people like to watch, people like to hear, people like to listen, and such kind of initiatives will give a very, very ready-made or kind of on a platter the experiences what others feel. So it would be a very, very successful journey, I feel, which we have started, that you are giving the youngsters the experience on a platter.
Thought leadership, I think a lot of there are people out there in industry, there are people who are towering personalities out there, and to tap into their knowledge and to get them to speak and address an audience of their peers, people who are at somewhere in mid-managers, and even young people, Gen X, who are just starting out and on their careers, is critically important. I think what you're doing is an amazing initiative, and any way that I can help in my personal and or professional capacity to further this would be is my contribution or our contribution to society or to corporate society as it may. I think it's a tremendous initiative. And
learnings, both success as well as failures. I think at the end of the day, it's a network. People learn from the network. It's a little bit like a coach, right? Where when you have a coach, you get better faster. You're hoping that you will get better consistently, but it just kind of gets you up the curve faster. And a community like this would probably help you get up the curve faster, is what I think. So great initiative, and all the best to it.
It is still about thinking what change I need to bring into the business. What is the new business model that I need to reinvent so that I can apply technology to that? Otherwise, you can have all the technologies in the world in your organization, but may not achieve what you want to achieve.
The part is that you have to be constantly a learner in order to be, do it. And things are changing so much faster now that now it's all the more imperative to be learner. But accessibility to data, information, knowledge, learning processes is much easier because of the internet.
So none of us can say we are excluded. So it takes a collective, global, humanitarian effort to make the world a better place. Every human being, we must show love, compassion, and care for. Thank you.
So you're creating that network of people who can connect with each other when they face issues, and they can talk to each other. And today, when we see your program, we know we have Z and Havel as a common thread. So we can connect and we can learn from each other. And the younger generations who are looking for some sort of a ready reckoner, have all of us here.
You have to learn. So hence all these new entrepreneurs, professionals who are taking bigger responsibilities, doing bigger business, it will be great if they can learn from these experiences.
That itself is building such a strong network, allowing us to, communicate, allowing us to be heard, allowing us to put out our thoughts. We never know when we would be able to influence and get influenced ourselves.
this initiative, I think, is giving that platform to young professionals to fight, to understand and to learn from others. So in my mind and the way I see it, it's fantastic. From a learning point of view, it's fantastic from a networking standpoint. And of course, for individuals that you're covering for us, getting that eminence definitely helps. And through this, if somebody wants a mentorship, then hey, why not?
This opportunity of getting to the global platform, definitely a lot of learning, and that's what everybody wants. So now the hunger is towards learning only.
Kudos to you and to Heval Mehta and to the team at RightSource who are putting this together.
So I believe it's amazing. I believe that you're doing a great job, and I'm looking forward to hearing a whole lot more from this group.
Thank you so much, Heval, and thank you for inviting.
Thank you very much, Heval, and also Zishan, that it was an honor and a privilege to be with you. And thank you very much. And keep in touch, and all the best wishes to you and your entire team.
So we would actually kind of understand what are the best practices in Delphi worldwide. And we never felt ashamed of stealing a practice. And we would say that we've stolen it shamelessly, and we were even awarded for that. So I think, yeah, you guys are doing a great job. It'll really help.
Thank you, Jishan. Thank you so much.
At a time when you want to do it, it's at your time. It's not where you're stuck, where I have to go at this point in time, otherwise I can't hear it. It's a fabulous initiative. Thank you for that.
Great platform. Keep doing it. Don't stop.
This is a wonderful initiative, a lot of learning there for all of us who are associated with this initiative.
Hope you flourish and may this tribe grow.
And I wish you all the best too.